Assalamu alaikum guys. So today I'm gonna show you how to make my special crunchy and sticky sesame fried chicken. So for this recipe, basically you're gonna need some fried chicken first, some soy sauce, honey, red pepper, garlic, onion, lemon, and sesame seeds. So first things first, I'm gonna show you how to make my special crunchy fried chicken. So to make these, you're gonna need some chicken breast, some oil, some plain flour, 2 eggs, salt, basil, thyme, mixed herbs, black pepper, white pepper, paprika, garlic, and ginger. I'm gonna start with marinating my chicken. So I'm gonna crush about 3 cloves of garlic and a little bit of ginger. I'm also gonna add some black pepper. So I'm using coarse black pepper, but if you have whole black peppercorns, you can use that as well. I'm also gonna add a little bit of salt, and I'm just gonna mash everything up. And then once it's done, I'm just gonna take that mixture and I'm just gonna add it to my chicken and just mix everything together. So I'm just gonna mix the paste into the chicken, and I'm just gonna let it sit aside and marinate while I continue with the rest of the steps. So once I'm done mixing, it's gonna look like that. Then I'm just gonna get some plain flour, about a cup of plain flour, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add in some white pepper. Then I'm gonna go in and also add some black pepper, and this time around I'm using ground black pepper, so it's not coarse, it's like really fine. The next thing I'm gonna add is some mixed herbs. I'm also gonna add some basil. There is some basil in the mixed herbs and some thyme as well, but I just want a little bit more. So you could do with just mixed herbs, or if you have separate herbs, you can put them in there as well. So next I'm gonna go ahead and add some paprika, just about a pinch of paprika. And then once that's done, I'm just going to add in a little bit of salt, because I don't think I put enough salt in my garlic ginger mix, so I'm just gonna add a bit of salt, and I'm just gonna mix everything up using my hand, just to ensure everything is proper mixed. And next thing, I'm just gonna go ahead and break 2 eggs and blend them up together, or mix them up, whisk them or mix them, whatever it is you want to do, but I'm just gonna use a fork to mix them up. And so once my egg mixture is ready, I am gonna get started with the frying process. So I have some sunflower oil in my pan already on medium heat. So this is my setup. I have the chicken, I have the eggs, and then I have the flour and herbs mixture. So I'm gonna get started, herbs and spices. So I'm gonna get started by taking the chicken and then dumping in the eggs, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the flour mixture, and then I'm just gonna drop that chicken and make sure it's well coated. Then I'm gonna take it and put it in my pan. So next I'm just gonna continue that process with the rest of the chicken. I'm just gonna do the same process again, where I cut them with some eggs and then some flour, and then basically just put it in the pan, and I'm just gonna let the chicken fry. My pan is currently on medium heat, so yeah, I'll just do the rest of the chicken and until they are sort of golden brown, then I'll basically take them out. So this is how the chicken looks like in mid frying. This is not the color I want, they're still a little bit too white for me. So I really want them to be more of beautiful golden brown color, like so. And then once it's like that, then I'm just basically gonna take them off the pan. And I know they're also proper cooked because there's normally less bubbles in the pan once your chicken is cooked. So once I removed all my chicken from my pan, I placed them on some tissue on a plate with the tissue lined, and this is just gonna drain the excess oil. So now we're gonna get started with making the crunchy sticky sesame chicken, and these are the ingredients that we're gonna need. So first of all, I'm just gonna chop up the onions, the peppers, the garlic, and the lemon. And then I'm gonna place a block of butter. This is about 4 tablespoons of butter into my frying pan, and I'm just basically gonna let that block of butter melt. And my pan is again on medium heat, so this is just how it's gonna look like when the butter is melting. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some onion and some garlic, and then I'm just gonna mix everything up. I don't want my onions or garlic to turn brown completely, so I'm just gonna mix them up in the pan until they are sort of soft. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add in my red peppers. I cut about half of the onion that I showed you guys earlier, and about 3 cloves of garlic. I cut them up. And then for the red pepper, I'm just using about half of that red pepper that I showed you earlier again. So now I'm just gonna mix them up together, and I'm gonna let them, cook for a little bit. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get started with adding my soya sauce. So this one I just picked up from an Eastern European shop. It's Maggi, from the company called Maggi, but it's basically soya sauce. The next thing that I'm gonna add in this is lemon. So I'm gonna squeeze about 1 lemon inside this mixture, and then I'm just gonna basically give this a proper mix. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my honey. So I'm using about 2 tablespoons of honey. You don't have to measure everything you add in, just don't put too much, don't put little. You just want to put enough so that you could taste the flavors. So yeah, I'm just gonna mix it all up. You can keep tasting as you go to get it to the right not right, but more to like the taste that you want to go for. But basically it should be more sweet and at the same time salty, but not too sweet or too salty, in between. So next, what I'm going to do is add in that chicken that we had fried earlier. So, and then I'm just going to give it a little mix and coat that chicken with that sticky sauce that we've made. And basically once everything is coated up, to be honest, you're like really done. You can let it sit on the cooker for a few minutes, if you want it to be a little bit burnt up, but to be honest, at this point your chicken is ready. So this is how it's gonna look like once you remove it off the pan. And now I'm just gonna add some sesame seeds on top of that chicken so that I can get that sesame seeds flavor and smell, and just for it to actually look good. And last but not least, I'm just gonna sub this up with some rice. If you have rice, it will go really well with this. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching. Bye.